Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11, and this is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining me here today, the 8th of October of 2024, and I hope that you're all doing well. As the moon is transiting through Sagittarius, we've got some wonderful aspects recently. After that solar eclipse, that new moon in Libra, we are moving towards the full moon in Aries, which is going to be a bit of a warlike full moon. We're going to have illumination, obviously, as something is completing. Remember, the new moon was a solar eclipse. So that was the sun and the moon coming together in Libra. Now the moon is in Sagittarius and coming up to trine to, the moon in Sagittarius is in positive aspect to the sign of Aries, so helpful for the fire signs. I would say that it's the air and the fire signs that are more blessed at this time, with obviously fated events going on. Right, fated events. When I'm talking about fate, I'm talking about the eclipses, as we've just had that new moon in Libra, and Libra is hosting the south node of the south lunar node. So the nodes, the nodal axis of the moon itself. The sun has passed over that south node. We know that the new moon was very close to that south node. So it's all about letting go of things that need to be let go, and getting out of our comfort zone, moving towards that Aries, I, me, my. Aries is the warrior, but it's not easy moving towards that north node, and we're talking collectively here. And that's because Mars, the ruling planet of Aries, is in Cancer. So Mars, the warrior, the go-getter, the confident, action-orientated, masculine energy, is in a water sign, the water sign of Cancer. And Mars will be there for a few months as he's going to retrograde through Cancer and Leo. So the ruling planet of this full moon that we're coming up to is in a weak position. Now, as Spirit always brings in positive and negative, sometimes the scales may tip more towards the more challenging and lesser towards the more opportune situations, opportune moments where Spirit is helping us. And challenging aspects are always for our highest good. Spirit always wants what is best for us. But there are themes and things that need to be looked at relative to the past. Because remember that new moon, the solar eclipse in Libra, it's the beginning of a lunation cycle, which ends with a full moon in Aries on the 17th of October. And then the bigger cycle is until the next new moon, which will be having a new moon in Scorpio on November 1st. Okay, so there's a lot to do with change, obviously, releasing and letting go. South node in Libra, sun in Libra. Happy birthday if you're celebrating today, mind you, dear Libra peacemakers. Sometimes Libra does not speak up. I think that Libra needs to sway a little bit towards that Aries, I, me, my. We need to be able to take the initiative. Remember, Aries is cardinal fire. It's about a new season, initiation. It's about that power and in moving forward. But there are issues that are sort of holding us back, so we need to put in extra effort. Now, because Venus is transiting, the goddess of love and peace and money and, financial security and anything creative, right? Because Venus, remember, rules Libra, and Libra is about anything that is Venusian, anything that is beautiful, anything that is sweet, anything that speaks to peace. And we see what's going on with the wars as they're expanding in the world, unfortunately. we need to go through this. We need to go through this portal as Venus has ingressed into Scorpio and transiting through the sign of Scorpio, which is her fall position. She also rules Taurus, which is the opposite sign, remember. Now, she's in good aspect to Mars from Cancer, so this is helping the water signs. And there's been a beautiful connection to Saturn, as Venus from Scorpio has been in positive trine. You know, it's a flowing aspect. It's like the hand of spirit. Venus trining over to Saturn, that's like a green light. It's like Saturn giving us an open door and saying, okay, here's the key. Use the key to open what is limiting your forward momentum, whether it's love, relationships, business, whatever it is. Finances as well. So we had this beautiful aspect from Saturn over to Mars, and then Venus also a grand water trine, which does, water is our emotions, it's sensitivity, it's our perception, intuition, strong intuition. And not only that, not only do we have the ability to feel the energies, to sense what's going on, what are those limitations, and why can't we move forward? Remember, Venus and Mars, they're the lovers of the zodiac. They're the yin and the yang that need to be working together, right? So we've got the recessive and the aggressive Mars, but Mars is in a weak position. So yes, we had this opportunity to sense, to feel. Emotions are coming up so that we could understand, feel into. We've also got some positive aspects from Jupiter in Gemini, Jupiter the expander, Jupiter the benevolent, Jupiter the wisdom, seeing the bigger picture, anything to do with justice, fairness, trining over in a positive aspect over to Mercury. They're exact today, and Venus and Mars are exact as well. So we've got some really strong help coming from Spirit. And Jupiter is also in a positive aspect to Chiron in Aries. So it's about this open wound, about initiation, about taking that journey, and because Mercury is opposite to Chiron, Chiron is the wounded healer, and Mercury in Libra. Mercury rules the sixth natural house of Virgo, which is and concerns health, physical, emotional, mental, right? As opposite Virgo is Pisces. It's more about our emotional, psychological health. Virgo is our practical, our physical health. So right now there's an opposition from Chiron to Mercury. Mercury also speaks to communication. So the key is to communicate, to take action, to not fear, taking the initiative, to be able to heal any issues. And Jupiter is helping. Jupiter gives us that bigger perspective, seeing the bigger picture. And Jupiter is in the house of Mercury. So Mercury and Jupiter are working really well together in air signs. And that's why I said there's a lot of help for air and fire signs as well. So we see what's going on in the world. First of all, I want to send my prayers and my love to those in North Carolina, the big catastrophe that's still ongoing with the Hurricane Helene that passed through North Carolina and all the way up until the mountains. And because I do follow the news, what I hear is that help is not able to get through, that the government doesn't have money. This is a narrative that to me stinks to high hell, and it's a huge, it's a big thing that I'm saying. It's not a term that I usually use, but the narrative that there isn't enough money, right? Government doesn't have money, to me is appalling, as we know that the American government is sending financial help left, right, and center to other countries. So there's a lot going on in the US. There's a lot that I disagree with, and I'm sure many of you are on the same page. You have to be blind to not be able to see what's going on and what's happening before the elections there in the US. Where do I go from here? Okay, that's enough about politics. Just I want, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that people who are in need are found in time, because we know that there's a lot of people that are under the rubble and buried in the mudslides there. It's ridiculous what is happening. And, you know, just from experience, and as I follow the news, not only in the US, but here in Greece as well, and in other countries, we've seen similar situations happening in Greece not so long ago, where there have been major floods because of freak weather conditions. Yes, Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is the earth, it's the land. Uranus brings upheaval and change. And Uranus, and even Jupiter through Gemini, which is an air sign, can bring difficult weather conditions. We don't know, well, we don't know, that's an understatement, whether the weather conditions are manipulated or not. That's for each person. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but, you know, because as above, so below. Down here is mirrored up there, and up there is mirrored down here. Yes, the astrology can speak to freak weather conditions and difficult conditions relative to the land, to the earth. But what do we do after? What do we do after these catastrophes is the question here, the question at hand. So my condolences to those of you that have lost friends, family members, and people you know, but also my best wishes and sending our prayers from Greece here, because we've been through this as well. We know what it's like. To those of you that need the help now, and fingers crossed, and God be with you in Florida, as well as I hear that there's another tornado, I don't know, hurricane heading towards Florida. What can I say? Let's continue with the messenger is here. This is the messenger is here today. And let's see what the energies are. As I said, astrologically speaking, there are challenging aspects as we're coming up to this very hard full moon in Aries, and it's taking place at the 24th, 25th degree of Aries, so will be very will be affecting the cardinal signs. So Aries opposite Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. For those of you, it will be more of a challenge to you, and obviously challenging also for the air signs. Yes, for Gemini as well as goodness, Aquarius. Now, I would say that Gemini is a little bit protected as they are hosting Jupiter there. Jupiter is on the brink of retrograding as well. So he's stopping. He's very slow now as he's stationing to turn retrograde. Therefore, his power is huge. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. What is the Karma Dharma relative to now? What's going on now in the world, in our personal lives? We're all part of the collective, remember? And Pluto is preparing to turn direct, dear friends. Now, it's like a grand square. There's a grand square aspect, which is very hard. It is connecting, I should say, Pluto at the 29th degree of Capricorn is in a T-square, so the focus is on Pluto. And oh my goodness, sorry about this, but I just remembered the situation with Diddy. Very Plutonian, very Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto, sex, money, power, control, the elite, the rich, the famous, those who hold the power, right? Pluto at the last degrees is needing to finish something off relative to taking the power from those who use power in a negative way. And Pluto is to uncover all the dirt and all the things that need to be seen by society. And of course, Pluto is connecting to Libra. Libra is relationships. Libra is also Venus ruled, right? It speaks to legalities as well. And opposite Aries, those who risk, those who hold power, those who need to be the warriors, to go to war, let's say, to do the dirty work. And obviously Mars being in opposition to Pluto, Mars is coming up to oppose Pluto, and that's going to amplify the challenges. So we've got, it's like the cardinal signs are still feeling the heat of the astrology. And remember, the astrology is the reflection to what's going on in our world. Just hold on. So what's going on there with Diddy and his clan? Let's say there will be a lot of uncovering, and a lot of people are getting very heated under the collar. People who we thought were on the side of the people, on the side of goodness and the light. Masks are falling off, masks are coming off, and we're seeing their true colors. So nothing surprises me, nothing at all. Many big names have been mentioned. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember that Capricorn can speak to politics as well. So political leaders are also under the firing line. And remember, we've been talking about the people who are up on stage who perform. That's the Leo part of the chart. So those who are in the performing arts, Hollywood, big names, people that have been up on stage, whether they're actors, actresses, they're in the creative showbiz, music industries, and also, and their dealings with politicians, and there will be a lot more to see. I'm expecting a lot to be revealed. And of course, Mercury is coming to square over to Pluto. A lot will be uncovered. And remember that Mercury is also youth, so underaged individuals, and a lot of information will be disclosed relative to what's going on with our children. So many children that are missing. I've heard about 36,000 missing in the US, cannot be explained as to where they are. Let's move on. I get the goosebumps as I talk about that. I don't like to add politics to my readings, but it's the pressure of the times that I feel that some of us do need to speak up. Those who are listened to, those who have got followers, need to give a bit of a nudge to some people that really need to open their eyes. Let's see what's going on energetically at this time, dear Spirit. The 8th of October. 8th of October, so we're a week away before that full moon. If you're not on Patreon, do join us. You can get the link beneath this video. We will be doing the full moon analysis tomorrow. Thank you, Spirit. And we've got Archangel Michael and protection. That is beautiful. Absolutely. Temperance speaks to patience, speaks to healing, speaks to divine timing, speaks to foreign lands. This is a Jupiterian energy. Remember Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter and does give us the wisdom, does give us the know-how, does the ninth natural house of Sagittarius is the house of justice, is the house of the divine and spirit, and opening, seeing the bigger picture, not wearing those blinders. Now, of course, the moon is right in opposition to Jupiter, but again, that also can be seen as a full moon. So what information relative to even business, because Gemini, where Jupiter is the third natural house of commerce, business, trading, right? And we've heard about this situation and Diddy, that there was a lot of underhanded business, dirty business. So hopefully in due time, as there's an alchemy going on, right, that lead is being turned to gold, information that's hidden that will see the light of day is gold. And that way we know what is real and what is not, what is true and what is not. We know mainstream media is pulling the strings, trying to keep us wearing the blinders. Make sure that you check your information and you don't listen to the main channels. I know that a lot of you are very aware on this channel, and especially those of you that are on Patreon, where we do talk a lot about how the stars are affecting our lives here on Earth. Let's see what's going on, and hopefully we will be able to speak freely, to feel free and to be free and to speak freely, speak our opinions, as we know that free speech is also on the line. Something's got to give. This cannot continue. What is going on, dear Spirit? Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your guidance. What is going on? I just wanted to mention also the elemental love readings will be up by the end of this week. So make sure you are subscribed. If you want the individual love readings, they are on Patreon, and a special thanks to our patrons. What is going on? Five of Pentacles, financial distress, second guessing our beliefs, big social differences. Other people are under famine and other people are making so much money that they don't know what to do with it, and they use that money for their gains, nevertheless, for control, for whatever. Eight of Pentacles, lots to do with money. Yes, lots to do with money. We also saw, was it the Bank of America, that all accounts showed zero. That is Uranus in Taurus. We're going to see a lot more of that. And just be careful who you trust with your money, with your investments as well, as Uranus in Taurus also speaks to new age currencies, Bitcoin, and Uranus has not finished up in Taurus. We've still got a couple more years, so we're going to see a lot of big crashes, bank crashes and loss of money. It's all about control. It's all about taking from the poor and giving to the rich, unfortunately. But I'm so happy to see justice is here. This is a very karmic card. Remember that karma does not forget. Karma through dark and controlling actions, karma always comes back around to pay those that have formed karma. They need to, karma is like, it's karma dharma, right? Dharma is the good karma. So a Libra always is the scales, always is harmony. Where there's disharmony, where there's been inequality, and we see a lot of inequalities and a lot of unfair situations going on. This is like Judgment Day. To me, this is a card of Judgment Day coming. We've got the Magician, Mercury, we've got the Star, 3 major arcana, huge positive cards, and we end up with the Queen of Cups. Beautiful, because as we love and nurture others, as we mother others, and we don't have to be a literal mother. This is like this is like Gaia. This is Cancerian energy, right? Cancer is the mother, is the moon. The moon is what gives us our emotional, psychological happiness and security. Queen of Cups is she's sacrificing, she's giving, she's there for others. Remember that she is the minor arcana of the High Priestess. So where emotions are concerned, we've got some very, very positive cards. The 3 cards here. So we've got strong 3 air signs. So air means perception, information, communication. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, we could say here, as well as Virgo. Of course, Virgo is all about discerning and sort of breaking things apart and not trusting in the narrative, which is Pisces opposite, which can speak to illusion, deception. Neptune is there, retrograding, so is Saturn. So what is the narrative? Let's say, what is the real story? Saturn. As Saturn will finish up in Pisces, he will give us the truth. Saturn is all about building, having the ability to build on the truth. But Saturn also will stop the illusion, will put up those boundaries, because Neptune in Pisces could be, I get lost in the narrative, I get lost in the dream, I get lost in the false information, I don't really know what's true. And because when we don't know the truth, obviously, we don't know which way we're heading, right? And remember that Neptune in Pisces can also be medicinal. Remember, it's our psychological health. It's the 12th house, which speaks to a lot of karma. It speaks to solitude. Many people feel alone. They feel alone. They feel they've been neglected by those who they've given the power to. Things have got to change. What can I say? Now, we go from the 5 to the 8 of Pentacles. This could be something to do with work, doing the work, not seeing the turnaround, not seeing the abundance, or having needed to keep on working as we haven't seen the abundance. The 8 of Pentacles is a positive card. It brings opportunities. It's about being diligent. It's about continuing to serve, but not in a silly way, not in a I release all trust. We need to, Virgo probably sleeps with one eye open. Virgo is a good detective, I would say, right? Virgo can discern and can see much more clearly. So doing the work in whatever situation this is, doing the work and waiting for the turnaround, for the payment, receiving back what you've put in, right? In whatever situation this is. This is a brand new beginning. There's a wish fulfillment here promised in the near future. Right now we have to keep working. We have to keep doing the right thing, doing things by the law of Kronos, of course. Kronos is always watching. Saturn is the law, is the limitations, is about truth. Kronos also speaks to timing, when the timing is right, when we've got the ability. We've got Aquarius here, which, remember, Pluto is entering Aquarius for the third and last time, and the riches and the power is going to come to humanity. The riches are going to come to those who are real, those who are authentic. There's nothing hidden here. The stars, right, even show us and they guide us the way during the night. And the stars also can speak to stardom, fame, fortune, but also some karma relative to those who are famous, fortunate, and not authentic. Those who have been dealing with trickery, manipulation, lies, deception. We've got the Queen of Cups here. Now this could be an actual figure, someone who represents the people, someone who's truthful and authentic, someone who does not manipulate and does not use and abuse their position. So this could be, I suppose, on a collective level, a feminine figure that's very motherly, that's true, that could bring some help. Now, generally, where matters of heart, water is emotions, but is also very creative. It's flowing. This could be some flowing opportunities and happiness that's coming in with this Queen of Cups. Because remember, energies are flowing, right? Once the energy, the love is provided, it returns back. It's just flowing. That's the way nature works. So those of you that have done the work, that have been putting in the effort, you know that you've been on the up and up, you know that you've done things by the book, you're going to win. At some point, this is realized for you. But remember, it's all about divine timing. We've got Temperance here. And the star is also hope, not losing hope. Let's see what's at the at the foundation. We've got the trickster, we've got the thief getting caught, right? 7 of Pentacles, 5, 7, and 8 of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy, and this is the thief is trying to get away. The thieves, the manipulators, the underhanded, desperation, I'm going to say as well, are trying to figure out a way to squirm and get out of paying their dues. We can see that. But here is Pluto, here is Scorpio. Nothing can ever be kept secret. Even past grievances, past narratives about certain destructive situations where there's been a lot of loss of life in the past. At some point, everything is dug up and brought out into the light, as long as you are open and not closed off to that, and you're not wearing those blinders, right? We've got a Page of Cups. We've got the Death card. Concerning some offer, creative or love offer or apology, there's change. Someone is trying to come back in. Someone's trying to be tactful. Where there's been stuck energies after an ending, something has been stuck. Someone's looking at whether they're going to invest on a more personal level, keep investing in a certain situation. Now, 7, 7, 7. 7 is a very important number. 7 in tarot can speak to conflict, but remember, 7 is also the number of Saturn. So going through a difficult turn could be 7 years, could be 7 months for some of you. And a Saturnian quarter cycle is always challenging. It's like going through the test to see if we can continue on this path. For many, this is like getting caught. 7 of Swords could be the thief that's getting caught, that's going through some sort of a death process, right? We've got Cancer here, so things relative to the past coming up. This is a card of victory. This is a card of, remember, the Charioteer sits beneath the stars. This is about taking action, deciding to go with the light and not with the darkness. Remember, a speck of light lights up the darkness, and we'll see a lot of that darkness in the next couple of months, I would say. So I want to see what Spirit advises, and we'll take a few Sibilas here. Take a few Sibilas and get more information. What is Spirit advising the world? What is the main message? Remember, this is a general reading and may not resonate for all of you. The readings cannot resonate for everyone. Let's see, what is the message? What does the messenger bring us? New beginnings. New beginnings obviously come after an end. This is a very powerful new beginning, obviously, with that solar eclipse, the new moon in Libra. Let's read the card. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith. Remember, Sagittarius is about our beliefs, so faith is necessary. Because right now, life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. And that's music to my ears, my dear friends. Let's take some Sibilas. So there's a new beginning that brings hope relative to business, commerce, work situations, anything that you've worked on, anything legal, anything to do with social media as well. Remember, and politics, because Aquarius does rule the natural 11th house. What is the, I want to see what the Five of Pentacles is about. What is that? There's doubt. There's doubt. There's like, because this is the Ten of Cups, Constanza. There's doubts about keeping on working on a certain situation, whether it's love, work, business, relationships, whatever. There's doubt. But remember, it's the Ten of Cups. Let's see. Something is unchanging, even though you may be feeling this at this time. The Spirit is saying, keep on working. Let's look at the Justice card. And we've got the Five of Cups, Allegrezza al cuore. There's merriment and happiness, but there's also some regrets, some emotional regrets and loss connected to the past. The Allegrezza al cuore could speak to the involvement of third parties. I don't know if this is a love situation that's connected to work. This could also be a love for doing something in particular, that you've been doing something in particular, but it has not been fruitful. So what do? Do I continue working on what I've been working on, even though I do get a lot of satisfaction out of it? I'm not getting the recognition, the fame, the fortune, the return, let's say, even the financial return on it. The Spirit is saying, keep on working. Let's take another one on the Allegrezza al cuore. We've got the Seven of Cups, 5 and 7 of Cups. A lot to do with emotional situations, a lot to do with illusions and emotional hardships. The Artista is the Aquarian energy for me. There's some sort of a discovery. Something is being discovered, being acknowledged. This is the crazy scientist, someone that's thinking to do something crazy, maybe to break through some sort of an illusion, some sort of a deception, or needing to see the truth, having the ability to see the truth. And we've got the Allegria, merriment and happiness here, celebration. This is the Nine of Wands, still standing. There's support from others, there's support from situations. What is the Magician about? Which is the alignment of the stars. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, 2 aces here. Some news is coming in concerning things going on behind closed doors. There's a sexual connotation to this as well. A lot of tricksters will be uncovered. A lot of things, collectively I'm saying, right? Those who thought that they had all the tools are being taken away from them, I would say here, because the magician is sitting on the Five of Pentacles. So what they believed is not the truth. Maybe what we believed was not the truth. But there's stanza is the room. Usually shows, things that have been going on behind closed doors. Now it's the Ace of Pentacles, which promises something long term, and it's connected to money, it's connected to practical matters, finances. The Ace of Pentacles many times could also be a promise connected to long-term relationship, possibly. The Ace of Pentacles can speak to a contract. It could speak to a business, right? This is news that's coming in, maybe that you had no idea about, maybe even a lost message. I don't know, something miscommunicated. Let's take one more on that. And we've got Eros, little Eros. So Eros, of course, is the love child of Venus and Mars. Venus now from Scorpio, which is all about metamorphosis and things coming up from the psyche. Venus in Scorpio, she's very sexual indeed. There could be skeletons coming out of the closet relative to sexual matters, love matters, matters of jealousy and control and manipulation and jealousy. All these words are related to Venus through Scorpio, but she's connecting well with Mars in Cancer. So Mars in Cancer is bringing up subjects relative to someone's personal life, their home life, their emotional security, and it's connected to the past. There can be frustration and anger, but there are opportunities. I mean, the lovers are working well through water signs. So water is emotional. So it's going to get very deep. It's going to get very transformative, and it is connected to the past. So I don't know what's been going on. There's something to do with possible secret love affairs, a possible child, poisonous and controlling relationships. Remember, Cupid's arrow was filled with poison. The arrow was dipped into the poison of Medusa, and whoever Eros hits, Cupid hits with his poisonous arrows, they fall head over heels in love. And they obviously do things that they wouldn't normally do. Right? So again, children, we've got Gemini and we've got Cupid here. This is youth. This is underage people. These are children. Secrets will be coming up relative to children. Things that were hidden. There's news coming in. There could be communication and news that is coming up relative to love matters, secret love affairs, control, controlling the narrative because of information being hidden. Let's see what the stars speak to. And the Amore is the Four of Cups. It's the Four of Cups, which Four of Cups is emotional missed opportunities because of emotional unhappiness, someone not being happy in their home, in their personal life, someone possibly missing opportunities because of their responsibility to their children, possibly as well. But, this is like going overboard. This is seriously going overboard. There's trickery and there are things that are being done because someone cannot hold back. So it could speak to a trap as well. Let's look at the star. And we've got the Gran Signore. This is a VIP. This is a leader. This is the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Emperor. This VIP, this person here is called generous. So this is someone that's affluent, someone that's they have rich emotions, or they've got big pocket, let's say. They've got stardom, they've got fame. Logically, the Gran Signore would be a good energy for me because it's the red color, it's the heart. So it's more inclined towards the King of Cups, let's say. That's and we've got the Queen of Cups here. Interesting. But it's a 13, so it does bring up Scorpio for me as well. Let's see. We've got the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups does speak to a celebration, a group effort, but there's something to do with an arrival. Finally, the message, the wish fulfillment arrives. It could be because there's been physical distance, emotional distance. With the Belvedere, she's on the lookout for someone's arrival. What is she waiting on? The celebration, the reconciliation, the coming together. And we see that they've got their backs turned to each other. So that's something that we need to also mention. Obviously, there's something to do with matters that are unknown because they're not looking at each other. But there may also have been a little bit of bad blood between these two. Let's take one more. And we've got the Six of Wands, success, recognition, consolante sorpresa. There's a consolation prize, and this is coming in from Uranus, suddenly and unexpected. What? The loot, the money, the being valued, the self-worth. This could be anything. Okay? I want to take one on the Queen of Cups. Please show us, relative to the Queen of Cups, as an outcome card. What is this happiness about? We've got divine source help. We've got Virgo energy, the Three of Pentacles. There will be collaboration. Three of Pentacles is expansion, growth. Donna di Servizio is here, and this is not a helper, someone that is very motherly because it's Virgo. Virgo is very much like the Empress, of service, very motherly. But this also speaks to the natural sixth house, which is the house ruled by Virgo. And Virgo, yes, is our daily life. It's our house of health, hygiene, pets, anything to do with rentals or people that you work with, collaborate on a daily basis. This is divine and positive energies coming from spirit, or it's an actual motherly figure, someone that you could also be receiving good news from, or someone that's supportive, very supportive. So good news I get. What's at the foundation? And we've got the Il Nemica. She's taking off her mask. She is taking off her mask. You can see that here. And number 12, which is Pisces, Nemica, disgrazia. So there are things that will be found out, that will be masks coming off. And she's holding a dagger. So she's dangerous. She's dangerous and she's not... Oh, wow. And look at this. This could also be a partnership. These two working together, a feminine and a masculine. Or there will be an uncovering of situations here. A thief getting caught out. So we've got a very loving divine feminine. We've got a very nasty one. So this could also be a situation between two feminine figures. Could be in your life. You could be one of them, where Queen of Cups is nurturing and loving, and she's been served with a lot of challenges, but she receives her dharma, and because there's recognition from source that she's done her due diligence, right? And she's on her way to fame, on her way to recognition, and on her way to freedom, whatever's been holding her back karmically. And we've also got the thief, the opposition, the one that's done no good. They're also receiving their karma. So new beginnings. Remember, everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Yes, my friends, we're going through an evolution. We're seeing the darkest before the dawn. We're at the 10 of Swords. I'm going to say we're in between the 9 and the 10 of Swords. Whatever happens in the US will affect the world. as we know, in the last 4 years, things have started to reach rock bottom ever since 2020. It's time to come out of that, right? It's time for things to go, to move forward and on this new beginning as Pluto is finishing up with Capricorn. So it's a story that began from 2008, we could say even from 2000, but from 2008 when Pluto entered Capricorn. Capricorn, remember, is Saturn ruled, and Saturn is also the Grim Reaper. If you did not know, there's a good side to Saturn, but there's also a very dark, very similar to Pluto energies, very much about the darkness, Saturn. Remember, in mythology, Kronos would eat his own children. He literally ate his own children, and thankfully Jupiter, his last born, was saved, and Jupiter is going to save the world. Jupiter has been saving the world for years now. Jupiter, good old Zeus, right? The king of the gods. And Jupiter is in Gemini, who's going to retrograde, and obviously he's got the ability to bring us all the information that's been hidden. He will give us the ability to make decisions, to see the truth, to communicate clearly, to see what is true and what is not. Remember, Jupiter is all about the truth. And Jupiter is also about justice. So I'm going to say, let justice reign on the world. Let things become more harmonious for the people. And I will leave it there, my dear friends. I hope that this helped. I want to thank you so much for your love, for your support, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. And I'm thinking to do a tarot reading. I'm not promising. I'm thinking to do a tarot reading relative to the elections in the US, to see what's, we're gonna see both sides and see which side seems to be the more helped, the side that may win. It's a bit risky, but I'm wanting to do it. I've been thinking about doing it. I'd love to hear your comments if you would like to see something like that. That would be a real treat, obviously, for many of you that are interested. For those of you that are not interested, you could always go and watch another channel. It's freedom above all. Freedom of opinion, freedom of speech. I'm all for it, even though I'm not an Aquarius. I would love to read your comments to see what you've got to say about that, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of comments beneath today. I hope that they're mostly positive, but even negative comments are welcome, and I'm looking forward to that. So I'm thinking of doing that, and we'll get it rolling very soon. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're with us so that you are notified. Love to all of you. I will talk to you tomorrow. I will be back with the love reading. Make sure we're going to premiere it. Make sure you're with us. Okay. In the chat, you can share your thoughts. We can have a chat. And we always talk about the astrology there, of course. As above, so below. If we know what's going on above, we know what's happening here in our own lives and in our world. Love and light, dear friends. May justice be served. Talk to you tomorrow. Hello, Gaia. Hello, my beautiful Gaia. Everyone wants to see you. Do you want to come up? Hello, beautiful girl. Yes, she wants Mummy's hug. There you go, darling. She wants to say hello. Hello, everyone. I am Gaia, and I'm almost as big as Eros now. Almost as big as Agape. You want to say hello? Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. There you go. She's purring into the microphone. Hello, everyone. It's sleep time for me. It's time for me to go to bed now, and you just caught me before I caught a nap. Hello, beautiful girl. Yeah, she's so talkative. Yes, my baby girl. Yes, my baby girl. She's always around when I'm doing readings. Most of the time when she's awake. Yeah, she's very intuitive indeed. Yeah, she reminds me of a lion. She's gorgeous. Anyway, my darlings, that was just something for those of you that are interested and are asking me about beautiful Gaia and Agape. Agape is sleeping now. She's sleeping on my daughter's bed, so yeah, it feels good to be with mummy, doesn't it, sweet pea? Yeah, mummy. Yeah, mummy. Mummy's here, baby. Oh, I love you so much. You're just so beautiful, aren't you?